Given the turbulent tides of the region, one of St. Oran's more clever ideas was the Chapel Afloat. A bastion to God designed to survive the violent waves and even more violent shores, it has stood as a beacon of hope in the region and acts as a broadcast station to other Christian fortifications along the coast. Of course, while the chapel itself remains afloat, the drowned saint does not. And since his martyrdom, various factions have vied over the structure, jerry-rigging and modifying it to their own needs over the years. Now, two warbands approach the critical location on the critical day of the third wake, hoping to tear apart the extra pontoons for parts, and as the next link on the chain to either complete or corrupt the anchor litany. Auntie Ethel and her slavering band of plague-infested thugs pull themselves from the water, emerging dripping and stinking onto the planks, while the Abyssal Blade returns from a profitable exploration of the surrounding shoreline, ready to salvage supplies for their continuing efforts to maintain the anchor litany. The Heretic Coast is proudly sponsored by Factory Fortress and the Baron of Dice. Factory Fortress are the creators of Trench Crusade themselves, and it means the world to us that they're supporting this creative project. If the campaign has you inspired, go to trenchcrusade.com where you can find the current rules to download for free, alongside links where you can find the official Trench Crusade models. The Baron of Dice creates gorgeous, high-quality dice and is the maker of the official dice of Trench Crusade. Whether you're playing as Antioch, the Sultanate, or the Forces of Hell, the Baron of Dice has you covered. You can use code TITANS to get 5% off your next order, so check out the link down below. A big thanks to both the sponsors for making this series possible. Welcome to Scenario 3, the Chapel Afloat. In today's scenario, players will be salvaging useful scrap from the extended jury-rigged platforms on the chapel. Each model may salvage when standing on a platform that has been salvaged less than 3 times this turn. They automatically succeed, but their activation ends immediately. After salvaging, a stress marker is then placed on the platform. At the end of the turn, roll a dice for each platform. Add on 6 up, adding 1 to the result for each stress marker on that platform, the structure sinks beneath the surface. Any models currently on the platform and within their move distance of another may attempt to leap to safety via standard action check. The platform is then removed from the table and remaining models are placed in the water. In this case, we are keeping it simple and models may move freely when they are in the water, but will be +1 to injure. The middle platform featuring the giant cross is the bedrock of the chapel and cannot be sunk. At the end of the game, the player with the most salvage wins. These are the glorious deeds for today's scenario.
For today's battles, the forces of the Abyssal Blade are bringing the Alloyed Mind, my Jabreen Alchemist, equipped with a machine gun and standard armor. Whisper in the Smoke is my Sultanate Assassin, with 2 assassin daggers, there's grenades and standard armor. Got the upgrade Close Quarter Combat and Champion from last battle. Oh, and last is Chainbreaker Haroon, who is my captain, who has melee proficiency, his halberd gun, and standard armor. For my troops, I have Sasan the Azeb, who's my musician, followed up by a second Azeb named Rami with his Jazael and alchemical ammo. I'm bringing Habibi, my brazen bull, who has his Titan sword, his trench shield, and armor. Mix things up this time, I brought 2 Janissaries. One has my looted polearm, trench shield, and armor. The other one takes a siege Jazael with a chemical ammunition.
For the famine side, we are going to be kicking off my warband with Auntie Ethel, who is my Matagot hag. She has no equipment to speak of, but she does have Mother's Call and Virulent Clot for her Arcana Putrescence, as well as the Drowned Anchor, which is the relic that I got last post-game, so hopefully it'll come into play this game. My twin Butcher Knights, Gash and Gullet, are equipped the same, so they both have trench clubs with a double-handed blunt weapon, and 2 Grail Devotees with standard armor. Gash, however, does have a leg wound, which makes him a little bit slower and much harder to dash. Malbrine is my Desiccated Husk. He has the Black Spot Rifle and the Butcher's Bayonet with standard armor. He did level up last game with to get Beelzebub's Wisdom, so my opponents can't add any dice to their charges when they go to charge him. And then Urchin Spine, which is one of the Salt Madness chart upgrades. So if he's attacked in melee and my opponent does not hit, they instead will get a blood marker, which is pretty spicy. Moving on from new leads, I have Grigori that doesn't have any upgrades. I didn't really have the ducats to give him any powers, so unfortunately he just kind of is what he is for the moment. I do have 2 individual Grail Thralls, and then last but certainly not least, I have a Prowler, Roach, who I got just for this game. Welcome back to Trench Titans for another epic game of Trench Crusade. We are here for episode 3 of our Trench Crusade campaign. This is, of course, our Heretic Coast campaign. So if you haven't seen the previous episodes, definitely go back in and watch those because there's a lot to catch up on. And you and I, this is our first game of this campaign. And look, kind of the same story, similar story as last time. You have been on the rise. I'm fighting my way out of the dirt, but today there is no dirt. We're in the water and we're going to get to drowning. So I think let's just take a look at our deployments. On my left flank, we have my brand new Prowler Roach, followed by Gullet, my Butcher Knight, and then an unnamed Thrall. In the middle, we have another Thrall, following Auntie Ethel, my Matagot Hag. My Desiccated Husk, Malbrine, is next to Gash, my other Butcher Knight. And no Great Hunger Warband would be complete without a Grigori, who unfortunately is in my deployment zone, but it is what it is.
On the flank, I have my Azeb and my Brazen Bull, simply known as Habibi. In the center, my Alchemist, the Alloyed Mind, will be providing covering fire for my Assassin and Whisper in the Smoke. Supporting in the center is a Musician. Then my Captain Chainbreaker Haroon is supported by 2 Janissaries.
Now, with deployment out of the way, we do have a roll-off coming up to see who gets to choose first turn, because we have the same amount of models. We do have to roll dice. Whoever rolls highest gets to choose.
Yep.
Let's see it. Oh, okay, so I get to pick, and I think I'm just going to go first.
All right.
For my first activation, we're going to activate my first Thrall here. We're just going to move him onto this middle platform and then look for some supplies. Now that we moved onto the platform, my Thrall is going to start looking for some scrap on this particular platform to hopefully build a boat later on. Adding a stress marker, which increases the likelihood of the platform sinking.
We're going to move up my Musician to get him to position so everyone else can move up. And then he'll start scrapping, pulling up planks from this. Hopefully it doesn't sink before the rest of my guys get to move. All right, I'm stressing this platform out.
Roach is going to go ahead and move forward onto this platform as well. Succeeding the dash, hopping over to the next platform. And while we're there, we might as well look for some little scrap pieces of wood to build our boat. Adding the stress.
Haroon leads from the front, so he's going to move up here, and then he's going to attempt to dash.
Oh, let's see it.
Yes, he is in range of the Musician, so he's going to attempt to dash on 3 dice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he makes it. Haroon's going to fulfill his purpose of hunting down the enemy warlords, and he's going to take a shot at Auntie Ethel.
Don't like this.
So my captain gets +2 dice from ranged attacks, but you're long range and in cover, so that will just be a flat dice roll.
Let's see it.
Good. And
Ooh,
unfortunately,
not
he'll
quite.
miss. And so with nothing left on the turn, he will just start pillaging. He finds a nice piece of walnut, and he's going to rip that out.
Ooh, nice, nice. Gash is going to go ahead and walk up into some cover, and then look for some scrap. Add some strip.
My Janissary with halberd and shield is now going to follow his captain across into the, well, sea trenches.
Oh, no.
So he's going to move up here and then attempt to dash.
Oh,
and,
nice.
oh, thank God we have the Musician nearby. And then he'll start pillaging the same place.
Gullet's going to go ahead and walk on up to these barrels and help his Thrall look for some scrap.
Whisper in the Smoke is going to go, and he's going to move up, and then he's going to dash. With a successful dash, he's just going to move into cover right here, and he's going to start digging up some wood. He's going to get some nails out. He's going to be ready to build this boat. Since this is the bedrock which this whole flotilla is built on, and that it's supported by deep sea beams and prayer, that the middle one doesn't actually see.
Auntie Ethel is going to go ahead and slide on up to the central platform, start looking for scrap herself.
Well, Brian, I'm going to start going on the offense here, and I'm going to
Start going on the offense. Okay, okay.
And I'm going to use my Alchemist, who has the machine gun. And today we're going to rain down fire, which is really actually effective against your faction because you kind of have -1 injury across the board, unless they're doing fire damage.
Yeah, it turns out corpses don't do so well against fire.
So the Allied Mind is going to fire all of her shots into Auntie Ethel. And we're just going to try to just gun her down really early and try to strip that tough. So she has 3 shots over half distance, and you are in cover. So it's going to be flat dice.
That's it.
So the first one will miss.
Second one.
And second shot will miss.
Oh,
And tension's mounting, and the third shot will hit.
oh, okay, okay.
All right.
Now, however, I do have the ability to pass off wounds onto my Thralls that are nearby. Luckily, I still do have a Thrall sitting on this platform, so instead of Auntie Ethel taking the injury roll, we're going to do it on the Thrall instead.
Okay. And that will be an 8.
So knockdown and a blood marker.
Blood marker and an additional 1 for fire.
Oh, nice. Now, this central pillar is quite important here, and I know that there is a glorious deed that is tied up with getting to the center called Pontiff of Planks, and I don't particularly want Shayne to get it, so I think my Grigori is going to try to make his way over there. My Grigori is going to go ahead and move out his 9 inches. Now, because he flies, he does ignore the hazards of the water. Now that he's moved, he's actually in range of Auntie Ethel, who is an 8-inch musician, basically. So I get an extra dice to my dash, looking for 7 here. Oh yeah, so that's going to be an 11, which means we're just going to fly right into the middle here. And while he's there, he's just going to salvage for some scrap.
Moving my Janissary up. Janissary is going to fire his Siege Jezzail into your Grigori. Firing the Siege Jezzail.
Oh, that's a 7. Nice.
The Siege Jezzail is +1 dice to injure, but you are -2, so I'm at a -1 roll. So I need to take the 2 lowest. And that will be a 6.
So that's going to be a blood token.
To end my activation, you'll salvage some scraps.
Now, Malbrine, my desiccated husk, senses an opportunity here. So we're going to go ahead and move him to the top of this platform and take a shot at your leader, who is wide in the open, to knock him into the water.
Oh no.
So I have a net +1 here because all the modifiers, looking for a 7. Well, we'll get you next time.
Better luck next time.
After that abysmal showing, we're going to go ahead and just look for some more scrap.
Moving out the Brazen Bull, and let's get it scrapping.
Last but certainly not least, we have a Thrall who's just going to go ahead and look for some scrap.
My final activation, I'm going to move my Azeb up, and he's going to take a shot at your guy with the black spot rifle. Taking a shot.
That's it.
Need a 7.
Oh,
You'll hit.
7.
Hit. Taking the 2 lowest. Oh.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I have to remove one of those 6s.
So this goes to a 7, and I have standard armor, which takes it down to a 6.
Okay.
So it's going to be a blood token.
Just a blood token. Okay. No concern for my own personal safety. We're going to get to scrapping.
That's going to do it for this turn. The score as it sits right now is 9 for me because of my glory, and 7 for you. Now, of course, with reward comes risk. And we have kind of taken a lot of the infrastructure from these platforms, so they are kind of likely to sink now. So we're going to have to roll for every single platform that we have scrapped from that has stress markers, and we need to roll a 7+. However, we're going to add 1 to each dice roll for each stress marker that the platform has. And then if it hits 7, they go away.
We'll start with my home platform, which has 2 stress markers on it, so that's +2 to the d6 roll.
Okay, if I roll a 5 here, it is sunk. Okay, it's a 3. You live to fight another day.
Safe for now. All right, Brian, do you want to roll for this one? It also has 2 stressor markers on it.
Let's do it. Also needs a 5 here. Oh, okay, all right. You're kind of in the clear at the moment. But now
I don't know if my bull
turn.
can swim, so that's good. All right, Brian, I'm going to roll for now your home platform, which also has 2 stress markers on it. We need a 5 on the dice to sink it. That's the 6.
No! Oh no, I can't swim, Shayne!
Oh no.
Okay, so my platform is gonna sink and it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for me, I have to get off of this now sinking platform, but I am close enough to some other platforms I might be able to leap to safety before I actually fall into the water. I'm gonna start with Gash. She is my Butcher Knight that is close enough to this platform here, so I need a 7 to make it to safety. So Gash, he's in the water. He's going for a little swim.
No. Well, Brian, a captain should go down with their ship. That's the honorable thing to do. So I'm going to spend a blood marker to try to make you fail this action.
So I'm going to net -1 here, as you so rightfully pointed out, looking for a 7.
Well, hey, that's a 3.
I'll tell you what, I wasn't going to make it anyway, so we'll go down with my ship. So, Shayne, we're not quite done yet. I do have another platform here for you to roll. I have a +1, so you're looking for a 6. Woo! Okay. We're safe for now. I got another chance for you, Shayne. You need a 5 up on this one.
Brian, you seem more stressed out than these boards.
I feel more stressed out than these boards, Shayne.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Brian, we're on to the final platform, and I'll let you roll this one, but this is our most stressed out board. It's 3. That means it's a 50% chance that we're going to go take a dive.
Here we go. Needing a 4. Let's see it. Oh, that's a 6. Okay, I don't know why I'm happy because I'm in the water also, but like, you're in the water too?
I think your guys need a bath. They look like they stink. So my Janissary is going to try to leap to safety.
Oh, he's in the
and I'm in the drink.
Yes. Roach now is going to try to leap across the platform. Does Roach make it? Looking for a 7. Oh, not quite. He's not as acrobatic as he likes to think he is.
Captain, show him how it's done.
Oh,
No,
everybody's
we're all
in
in.
the water.
We're all taking a dive. So that's the end of the round, and we've lost 2 platforms. You've lost your home one,
Yeah,
and
you
then
sunk my battleship.
the one in the middle, which was hotly contested. I did get a glorious deed because I got salty excommunication by forcing you to fail your check by using a blood shot.
Yep.
And then with that, we can move on to round 2.
At the top of turn 2, we still have the same amount of models, so we do have to roll off to see who gets to decide the first turn, and this one is far more important than it was on the last turn. There's a lot of things that could happen, so we'll have to see what will happen.
Yeah, we're scrapping and scrapping.
Let's see it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so Shayne, you get to choose. You could give it to me.
No, I would like to take the first activation here.
Okay.
For my first activation of this round, I will start with my Alchemist, and she'll fire all of her machine gun into your Grigori.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say that.
You are in cover, and I'm +2 dice, so I'll be rolling 3 dice to hit. All right, so that'll be a hit on the first one.
Yep.
Because this is fire ammo, I ignore your minuses to injury dice. So this is just going to be a flat 7 roll.
Not 7. You need a 9 to kill me. However, an 8 will knock me down and give me an additional blood marker.
So because of fire and you got injured, now you're up to 3 blood markers. Next shot. That will hit on a 7, and I will bloodbath you. So 3 dice, keeping all 3.
Yep. Yep. He's dead. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So yeah, she'll just rip through him with a machine gun and take him out.
Roach, charging on in. All right, Roach is going to go ahead and attack Haroon, your leader. I have +1 dice, you're -1 dice. I'm looking for a 7 here. Oh, okay. We hit you. Step 1.
I don't like that.
Achieved. We've hit. Now, because you're in the water and I have many appendages, we're going to try to drown you. So we're going to hold you down, and I get +1 dice for this.
Yep.
Here we go. So a 7 goes down to a 6 because you have armor, so it's just going to be a blood token.
I can't just let you do that to me. Hey, my captain is going to swing onto your Grail Dog.
So when you start your activation with your captain, you actually do get an infection marker because of my dog.
So because I have melee proficiency, my captain actually has 5 dice in his dice pool.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So he will hit. Rolling that you are normally -1 injury to dice. We are in the water though, so I get +1 to injure, so it's going to be on a flat roll.
Yep, let's see it. Let's see it, Shayne.
Oh!
All right, so 3 is going to be a blood marker.
Fortunate for me, unfortunate for you, that my captain also is suffering from salt madness and developed shark teeth last game. So he actually gets to make another offhand attack. As he's going to try to bite into your guy.
I don't think you want to bite what I got.
Yep.
Fair warning, you might get a couple diseases.
Oh no, so yeah, my attack is, it's going to be at -1 dice to hit and -1 dice to injure as well.
Cool.
All right, so that's going to be 4 dice.
That's a crit.
And he critically bites into him.
Yep.
Normal dice, because
Let's
I
see
would have
it.
been -1, but a crit will give me +1 to injure.
And he's dead.
And he'll bite through him. And now there's blood in the... Brian, don't cry.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh, that's just the ocean. Those are salt tears.
Yeah, it's not, I got water in my eyes. It's fine.
Because I chummed the water and killed your guy, I get the glorious deed, fish in a barrel.
I can't be. I'm not chum. I can't be chum. Cannonball! All right, Shayne. It's glorious deed time. We're gonna charge you while you are in the water. Now, this is it's a risky action, but Golett is cannonball shaped, and he's gonna dive right at you just to try to get this charge. Needing a 7 here. Oh,
And
7,
you get
bang
it.
on the money. So we're gonna go ahead
Oh.
and be able to make the charge. Now I need a 3 up to actually make it into combat. Okay, well, look, that's a 6. We're in combat, so we're gonna go ahead and get fighting. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my baby trench club. So it's gonna be 4 dice after all the modifiers, looking for the highest 2. Let's see it. Oh, okay, so we're gonna hit you on a barely hit you on a 7, but we do in fact hit you. Now, because you're in the water, I have +1 dice to injure, but I do have Grail Devotees, which gives me +2 net because I have 2 Grail Devotees to the roll. So here we go. Let's see it. Come on. So 7 goes up to a 9, goes down to 7.
7 again, because I have my shield and I was wearing standard armor.
But his weapons do have shrapnel, so you're going to be knocked down, and you're going to take 2 blood markers.
Oh no.
Now we have my last attack going into the Janissary again, so it's going to be a great club. +1 net here, looking for a 7.
Ooh, you'll
So
hit
bang
on
on a 10. Nice, nice, nice. So it's going to be the same +1 dice because you're in the water, but this time I have +3 to injure. So I need to show 7. All right, Shayne, I'm gonna spend my 2 blood, or excuse me, your 2 blood. I don't have blood, it's your blood. I'm gonna spend your 2 blood, and I'm gonna have 6 dice to roll here, taking the 2 highest, and I have +3 to injure. This guy's got a beast. Let's see it.
There's a chance.
No, you're dead.
No, oh
how
my
about
God, he's
how about
super
a
dead.
15? Does a 15 kill you?
That super kills him.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. My Janissary is going to shoot and then scoot. So he's going to shoot at your thrall that's on that platform over there. I'm +2 dice, and because you have cover and it's over half range, then it's mine too, so this is going to be a flat roll.
That's it. Oh, it's gonna hit. It's
Been
gonna
8.
hit.
8, and then I'm +1 to injure, and you're -1, so this is also another flat roll.
Oh, 7. Okay, okay. So we knocked down and a blood marker.
Then his activation, heal scrap.
Auntie Ethel is gonna go ahead and move up and just kind of stage for next turn. She's gonna go ahead and peel up some of these floorboards looking for some scrap.
Moving my Azeb up. My Azeb is going to take a fire at your desiccated husk. All right, +1, -1 dice, so need a 7. And,
Ooh,
and
not quite,
I'll
not
just
quite.
not quite hit. To finish my activation, I will scrap on this platform.
Makes sense. Malbrine is gonna get to the safety of the platform, so no more -1 to injure, and we're gonna go ahead and return fire to that pesky Azeb. All right, looking for a 7, just normal dice here. Oh,
You'll
that's a
actually get a
7.
hit.
Okay, okay, okay. Here we go, looking for a 9. 7. So if you knock down, and you'll take a blood marker. Well,
What now?
Shayne, I have hit you and knocked you down, and you're close to an edge, and you kind of have this sinking feeling in your gut that you might fall in. So you're gonna have to take an action check, which I am gonna penalize with the blood that you just got.
Oh, no.
And if you fail it, you're in the water.
2 lowest.
Whoa!
No.
So a 6 will go, and you'll just take a 6.
Yep, so he
Which means
falls
you're in
into
the water,
drink.
and that's a glorious deed. And now to end his activation, again, we're just gonna peel up some of these floorboards, but that does actually net me 2 points here.
Next, we are going to go in with my Azeb musician, and he's going to move, hopefully dash, and then scrap. All right, now we're dashing.
That's it. Oh, yeah, a 9 will do it.
To end his activation, he'll just do some scrapping.
This thrall over here is just gonna slide to the edge of the platform, trying to get as far away as possible. Gonna look for some scrap.
You hear that, Brian? That's the whisper in the smoke. I'm going to activate my assassin next.
Oh no.
And he's going to attempt to dash.
Yep, that's a
And
dash.
he makes it. After that dash, he's going to throw his grenades at your desiccated husk. And so I'll hit
Yep,
on
11 will
11.
hit. Yep, nice.
Frag grenade, I'm -1 dice because of your rule. And you're also wearing armor.
I am indeed. Oh, so, okay, we'll drop to 5, luckily. So 7 will go down to a 6, which does give me a blood marker. But shrapnel gives me a second one.
And now I'm going to charge with my assassin into your anti-Ethel, but he's going to split himself through time and split his charges and also attack your desiccated husk. So my assassin's first attacks will miss.
Oh, thank God.
Miss. And then his second attack, because he has champion, will miss.
Okay,
Oh my God.
okay.
You're not out of the woods yet. He split himself through times. He's going to do the same thing against your desiccated husk. He'll hit,
Yep, on a 7, nice.
and that will be a 4.
Yep.
So I'll injure you, which will increase your blood. So you should be at 3 blood now. All right, and then this is his offhand attack.
Let's see it.
Because of champion. And we'll hit,
Nice.
and I'll spend all 3 blood tokens. Need a 9.
Yep, let's see it. Yep, he's dead. Okay, all right, okay.
After all that, be out of combat now, and he'll just scrap.
All right, Shayne, it is dash time. Now, this is a very, very important dash for me because if this thrall succeeds, I can sacrifice him to my Grigori to revive my Grigori, and then I will get to activate with said Grigori. So,
Oh, I don't want that. I'm going to spend that blood to stop you from doing that.
you know, I thought you might. However, the hag is essentially a musician, so I will just have just a normal dice roll. Looking for a 7. Oh, okay. So we're going to 9,
all right.
which means we're just going to move him right on into the pit of the Grigori.
My last activation is the Brazen Bull. Oh, and so we're going to go for a dash and then charge. We're going to hunt you down in the water.
Oh, no.
So we're going to dash roll. Dash in.
Oh, that's a 9. Make him
That's a
dash.
9. Charging.
Let's see it. Looking for 4. Oh,
He doesn't get it. Now my Brazen Bull is just trying to doggy paddle and just drowning in the ocean. And unfortunately, he's not on a platform to try to salvage it. So there's not really much I can do with him, and that will be his activation.
Sounds good. Gash is going to go ahead and charge into your assassin. He saw that you killed Malbrine, not a fan. So we're gonna go ahead and try to make up for that. So needing a 3 up here. Oh, okay, so we're gonna make the charge into your assassin. We're gonna start with my Trench Club, trying to build up some shrapnel. I am gonna hit you on a 9 here. Here it is, it's 2 dice with a +1 net. So it's gonna go 7, goes up to an 8. So you're gonna be knocked down, and you're gonna get a blood token, an additional blood token because of shrapnel.
Oh, this is the worst place to be.
Now we have my big 2-handed club. Looking for, ooh, I was gonna hit you on an 11. Now this one does get an additional +1. And I have +1 dice because you're on the ground. So I think I will just spend these blood tokens to get an additional 2 dice.
Oh, no.
Shayne, you're dead. We'll just kill you, Shayne.
I don't like that. I don't like when you kill my guys.
He's done a good job. So I think last but not least, he's just going to go ahead and look for some scrap. My Grigori gets to activate now because he hasn't this turn because you murdered him before he got to do anything, which was very rude. So I'm going to return the favor, and we're going to charge into your musician. I can't fail this, but he is half moved technically, so did have to roll. Boop. The first of many attacks. Let's see. Come on. We do hit you. I do get a +1 to injure here. So number 9. That's only an 8. So you are knocked down, and will be a blood marker. Second attack, same as the first. We are going to hit you again. I will get an additional dice to injure though because you're on your back. That is going to be a 6. So that is an additional blood marker. So it'll be 2 blood markers for that one. Final attack. Let's see it. Come on, Shayne. So I will hit you again. I'm going to spend the 2 blood that I just gave you, so that way I can add 2 dice to injure here. Come on, let's see it. Okay. Look, it took a lot to get there, but we did eventually get you.
That guy's crazy.
I thought about dashing, Shayne, but I think it's better to go for the victory point, so I am just going to go ahead and have him look for some scrap there on the dockyard. That wraps up turn 2 for us, and I gotta say there was a whole heck of a lot that happened in this turn. I am currently sitting at 16 points to your 13. However, there is a lot of game left to be played, and there's still all our platforms that could potentially disappear, which is of course going to force us just to go right back into the middle and get scrapping. So let's just see what happens.
Okay, so we're going to start over here on my home platform. On a 4-up, the platform sinks.
Let's hope it does.
Oh, that's a 6, so that'd be a 7, so it super sinks. But I have a Janissary on there who can attempt to try to leap away.
Hop off, yeah.
So this is a leap of faith.
That's it, looking for 7.
And into the drink he goes. Now we have another platform to do on my side that luckily no one's on.
Hitting a 4 up again. That's going to sink.
I'm sinking all these platforms.
Platform on my side with 1 stress marker. If I get a 6, this one will disappear. This one did not disappear. Last platform to roll for on my side. I need a 4 up to sink this one. Hopefully I don't, because then my thrall is going to be very sad. Okay, we don't. That's only a 6. We needed a 7.
Well, with that, there's not a lot of dry land left, so we're kind of forced to the center, and then we'll see what happens in turn 3.
Let's do it.
It's turn 3,
It is.
and somehow we ended up with the same exact models again.
Yeah, I played myself. I had this perfect plan laid out. I was going to kill enough. I was going to get to guarantee go first with the unit that I wanted or model that I wanted, and I killed 1 too many models.
Yep.
Turns
got 2
out
good.
We now have 5, both, which means we have to roll off to see who gets to take the first turn.
Whoever gets priority here, it's going to be a pretty critical
Yeah, this is a big
priority
deal.
roll.
All right, well, let's see it, Shayne. Let's just do it. Come on.
Oh, no!
The Grigori can't fail to charge. We're going right on into this Alchemist. All right, Shayne, I am attacking with my Grigori. Somehow you have managed to get your shovel and dig yourself into the floorboards. I don't know. It's going to be -1, but let's go. Come on. Taking the highest. Okay, I'll get on an 8. You have standard armor, so I need to show a 10 on the highest 2 dice here. Oh, so 9 goes down to an 8. So you're on your back, and you'll take a blood. So let's try again. We will hit you on a 7 this time. I'll get an additional dice because you're on your back. And well, I'll tell you what, Shayne, that's going to be a 10 right there, which goes down to a 9, which means you're dead. Now, I'm going to go with the high-risk, high-reward play here with my Grigori. Now that I have killed you, I can dash to try to get a little bit closer to your bull potentially for next turn, but also will put me back onto the platform in the middle so I can search for some scrap there. So let's look for a dash here. Well, so I failed the dash, which means I not only do I not get to move, but I also don't get to look for scrap on the platform that I'm currently on. So I had a bit of a mistake.
Brian, my man, I'm going to answer killing my guy. I'm going to try to kill your guys. A Brazen Bull's going to pull himself out the water. And he's gonna go right into your big
Butcher?
scary guy with his like
Yeah.
big scary mace and try to get rid of him.
That makes sense.
Bull is gonna make his attacks. He'll hit you on a 9.
Yep.
You're -1 injury, so then I have to take the 2 lowest, and then it'll be a net +1 to the dice result.
Yep. Let's see it. Come on.
Ooh, not good
So
either way.
5 goes up to a
6. So you'll just take a blood marker.
My Butcher Knight Gullet is going to go ahead and fight into your captain. I'm going to start with my Trench Club first. We are going to hit you barely, luckily. And then we're going to go ahead and go to wood. It's going to be +1 dice because we're still in the water, and then +1 to the roll net. So, okay, that's going to strip your tough. So that's going to go to an 11.
Oh no! So strip my tough, and then it'll give me downed and another blood marker.
Yep.
There, so you can bloodbath me.
Yeah, well, let's hope I can hit you on this next attack. This is with my big club. Here we go.
Oh!
I didn't hit. I just didn't hit.
Oh my god. Ah! We're gonna pull my Janissary out of the water. He's gonna fire his Siege Jezzail. Shoot at your thrall over there. You're within half range, and I have alchemical ammo, so I'm +1 to hit. They're +1 dice base. Hit. I'll hit.
Yep, that's an 11.
So I'm +1 to injure because of Siege Jezzail. You're -1 to injure, but I will spend blood to try to just. I'm hoping to get lucky.
Come on. Oh,
And
shit,
with
that-
11,
Oh, no, my thrall.
I'll blow his head off.
My poor thrall.
And the end our activation, then we're just gonna scrap in, pick up some planks.
Auntie Ethel did not like what you just did with this Janissary, so we're going to go ahead and just charge right into you. So I need a 2-up to make it into combat. Wow, we're good. That's a 12. We're good. I got a lot of dice to roll to hit you, so let's just see if I can. We do.
You hit,
We hit you. So I need to show a 10 here on 2 dice to kill you.
and you do on an 11. All right, sad.
Well, now that your whatever he was is out of the way, we're just going to go loot around his body for some scrap.
My Azeb is just gonna jump back here, take a pot shot, and then try to get some scrap. We're gonna fire into the Grigori.
That's it.
All right, so I'm outside of half range, but I have alchemical ammo, so just need a flat 7. And I'll miss. To top things off, I'll just get some scrap for some points.
Gash is going to go ahead and fight into your bull now. I'm going to start with my Trench Club. I will hit you on a 10 here. After all the modifiers, it's 2 dice. I need to just show a natural 9. Let's see it. Come on. So 7. So it is going to put you on your back and give you 2 blood markers because I have shrapnel.
I mean, before you make your attack with your big weapon, I'll spend your blood to try to make this worse.
Yeah, cool. So normally would have been 3 dice because it's an offhand attack, but now it's only 2 dice. So
Yep.
let's just see a 7.
We hold.
Well, after that pretty sad fight, I think I'm just going to go ahead and look around my feet to see if there's any more scrap that I could pick up.
All right, my final activation will be my captain, and unfortunately he's already infected, and the infection grows, so I have to tick that up. But we're gonna try to kill your guy before you kill me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, so he's gonna go to his attack. So yeah, we're just gonna hit you with his halberd, and I'll hit. It's just normal dice here.
That's it.
Oh, 7.
7.
So you'll be down.
I'll be down with blood
marker.
Before we move on to the rest of the end of turn things here on turn 3, we do actually have to take a couple of morale checks because I am at the threshold. You are also at the threshold, so we'll both need to roll for it. However, you do have less models on the table than I do, so you'll need to roll first to see what happens.
Straight 7 right here to see whether or not I stay or if I go.
Let's see it. Oh, okay.
9, and so my people decided that they're gonna rally and they're gonna stay.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Shane. It's also, I have to do it as well. So it's my turn. I have a +1 to this because my leader is still on the table. Looking for 7. So I'll fail. And I am shaken. So every single one of my actions for the foreseeable future is going to be risky. At the end of turn 3, we are currently sitting at 18 to 15 on the points. We are, again, engaged in some brutal melees across the docks, and we have a couple platforms that might fall down. So let's go ahead and roll to see what happens.
All right, so for this platform, it's only at 1 stress marker, so we'll need a 6 on the dice in order for this to
Looking for a 6.
okay, this one stays.
Right. Only 1 stress marker on this platform as well, needing a 6. Let's see the 6. Come on. Oh, no, it's still staying around. The final platform, got to see if it sinks. On a 4-up, this one goes down. Oh, none of the
It
platforms
saves.
this turn went down.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So that'll bring it to the end of turn 3. On to the final round.
Let's do it.
So we're going to start with the Brazen Bull, and we're going to surf around, stay in combat just to get him on the platform, but he has to remain within 1 inch to be in combat. We're just trying to get rid of your guy right here. So my Brazen Bull, he gets +2 to attack, and he's going to swing into your guy.
Now, before you swing into me, only an idiot would not spend these 2 blood tokens. So we're going to spend both of them immediately just to try to preserve.
You sure you don't want to try to save them to kill me later?
Nah, that would be a really dumb choice. We're going to do it now to try to save my life.
Okay, so it's going to be a flat roll. Hey! I hit. Because you're Grail, you're -1 to injury, so this is going to be take the 2 lowest dice. Dice on a 3 dice roll. So I'm +1, so that will actually go to a 7. So you are going to be knocked down and get a blood marker, which will allow me to stomp on you. Because you're downed, I'm able to do a trample attack to you because of the Brazen Bull's ability, which is just a normal attack, but it ignores the armor.
Nice.
All right, so I still have to roll to hit, so it's going to be on 4 dice.
Yep,
Nice,
that'll
and I
hit.
hit on a 10. And then I will spend that blood I put on
Yeah,
you.
good call, good call.
So it's going to be 3 dice because I'm going to spend that blood. You're Grail, but you're also knocked down, so those cancel each other out. The nice thing about this, ignores your armor.
Yeah, it's really good. Come on, let's see it. Oh! Okay,
So that will be a 10. Or no, that'd be 11.
11, you ignore my armor. Oh, so he's dead. Gas.
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Even though you're like smashed into the floorboards, we're going to start picking some of them up for an extra point.
That checks out. We're going to go ahead and move on to Gullet, who's going to attack into your captain. Now, I do have 1 blood on me if you would like to spend
And
it.
I would like to keep my captain alive.
So this is going to be a net +1 here. Is it looking for a 7? Okay, so we're going to get you on a 9.
9, okay.
And now we're going to fight you. I'll tell you what, Shayne. I'm getting +1 dice because you're in the water. I'm going to spend all 4 of my tokens. So 2 infection, 2 blood to get +4 dice to this.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, but we're going to.
Oh, no.
And then I'm also +3 to injure because of my devotees and my club.
That's crazy.
So I think it's safe to say you're dead.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, that's a 9. That is... Oh, my God. No, don't do that.
Because he had to stand up this turn, his move and dash wouldn't get him to a platform, so he's just going to hang out where he's at.
My final activation of this game is I'm just going to move my AZ back and then just try to get my last scraps as I could.
Grigori is going to go ahead and look for some scrap. And Auntie Ethel is going to go scrapping one last time. At the end of turn 4, there's really only one last thing to check for, and is to see whether or not this platform will disappear, because, Shayne, it is possible for you to get the glorious deed.
So this is on a 5-up. It sinks.
Oh, not quite, not quite.
Not quite.
Okay, Shayne, that was one heck of a game. We lost a ton of models. I ended up failing my morale at the very end, which, you know, could have mattered. Unfortunately, you were not able to squeak it out at the end, but you did take a pound of flesh with you.
Oh my God, there is so much blood in these waters.
my
It's
God.
like a blood ocean now.
Yeah. I had a great time, so thank you very much for playing this game with me. I am still terrified of this faction. Your bull is a force to be reckoned with for sure. And look, man, that machine gun with the fire keyword on it is absolutely terrifying.
Talk about insane. Talk about you guys get +3 to the injury rolls. Those were the most insane things I've ever seen.
Yeah, Captain Insano shows no mercy, and that's what you got from me today was absolutely no mercy.
God, what a good game. This was such a pleasure, and what a high seas adventure.
Well, Shayne, thank you for the game. It was a heck of a time. Make sure to go check out the post-game right after this, because Adrian has planned a whole heck of a lot of shenanigans for us, which he loves tormenting us. And
Yeah,
if
he
you
really
love
makes
watching us be tormented, it's going to be a great time. But if you haven't watched the previous games of this campaign, make sure to go back and check them out, as well as the post games. That way you can kind of keep up to date with the warbands as they progress and as we get further on down the campaign. And I think that's going to do it for us here today. So we'll catch y'all next time in the trenches. Bye!
Bye.
As nightfall descends, the jubilant cries of Auntie Ethel can be heard echoing across the nearly barren water. The wormwake swoops across the platforms, silent death and misery triumphant over the light of the Sultanate. The captain sunk somewhere beneath the planks, Habibi stands lost and afraid, uncertain how to proceed. After hesitating a moment, they gather up the remaining scrap and paddle back to shore, looking to regroup in the aftermath of the third wave.